Wow. The day after Thanksgiving, a half day of trading, the market sank on the Dow at 1,900 points. Listen, that 900 point drop was the largest we have seen in a year. Furthermore, it was the third biggest drop we have ever seen for Thanksgiving in all of history. This was a significant drop in the markets. Why? Because of another COVID variant found in South Africa. But check this out. The markets on Friday, on a light trading day, down 2% on the spiders, diamonds down 2.5%, Qs down almost 2%. But the big drops were the Russell's 2000 down nearly 4%. Are you kidding me? Financials down over 3%. Those are massive, massive drops. Very few times in your life will you see single day drops that significant in major indices. It does not happen on a very regular basis at all. This was a significant drop. Now, I want to share with you this way, and we're going to do it quickly, is this. Should we have concern here? The answer is absolutely, we should. Why? Because there is the unknown. The unknown, the markets hate uncertainty. The unknown is the COVID variant. How significant will that be? How will the markets digest that news over this long weekend? Now, so that's the concern. However, I want to look at technicals to show you exactly what I'm looking for. This is the spider weekly chart. If you look here, we have these trend lines going higher, higher, higher. All is well there, right? All is well. We do have this big drop. We have a major area of support here on the spiders around 455. You can see the black number that pops up there. I'm on this trend line. 455 is the number that we're looking at on the spiders. That could be nice support. The diamonds, you go here and look, we're already at major support. That major support is right here around 349 on the diamonds. Really big support there. We need to hold that support if we're going to continue to go higher. Qs has a lot of downside opportunity here. Or it needs to rally back higher and start building a base. The Qs need to do this on the weekly chart. Again, these are all weekly charts. If you look here at the Russell's 2000, down, 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 we touched this trend line. Buyers came in, bought it up by day's end on Friday, and we bounced back higher. Will this continue to be support? The answer is perhaps. If we go to a line chart here, support, support, you can see support, support, we're right there at it. And we also find support there. So we're right there at it on the Russell's 2000. If you go here to the financials more problematic. That last week we broke that, right? And if I remember right on my last week's chart, I talked about that breaking. That could be problematic. And sure enough, look what happened. We continued lower, lower high, lower low, showing a lot of weakness here. We need to get back above this trend line for us to stay solid in the financial markets. And if the financial markets are solid, the rest of the markets will be solid too. That's what we're looking at. US dollar on the weekly chart had a rising wedge. It broke out a couple weeks ago. It continued higher. Now we have what looks to be a shooting star, and that could be coming down, but I don't see it coming down too much longer. If it comes down below this trend line, if that happens, that'd play well for commodities in the U.S. Stocks. But if you look at silver had a significant drop. We broke on the weekly chart a major trend line. That is no good. If I go back in time to show you what this trend line, where it originated from, you'll see what I'm talking about. We have major support here. This is back in March 2020, and we're right here in September 2021, and we broke that line. On the weekly chart, we need to get back above that, but we do have major support down here. If silver could get down to $20.60 on SLV, that'd be a good buy opportunity. If you go to gold, gold's in a big symmetric triangle and a major support line. That support line tells me that gold is in an awesome area to be at. I mean, this is a great buy opportunity for gold. If we can stay here and bounce, if we could bounce there, we could be ready to head higher. Now, however, if we break this support line, look for this to break down. This is symmetrical triangle. This is going to break either up or down. It could go either direction. What we're looking for is for it to make a decisive move one direction or the other. If you are bullish on gold, this would be a buying opportunity with the hopes that it would go higher and then break out. We're at the apex, so we should get a move at some point. But it doesn't mean it's going to go higher. This could be at the apex, getting ready to break down and look for a sizable move to the downside. You have to be really careful with this. If you go to the VIX, VIX weekly chart, you can see big symmetrical triangle, boom, to the upside. And it's just very seldom are we ever up here at this area at 29. We got near it back here September 21. We got it back here May 21. So it's very not often we're up here at this level around the $30 mark. If we sustain these levels and go higher, the market's going to be in trouble. But if we get a sizable retracement to the downside, that will do really well for the markets. If you go here at Bitcoin on the weekly chart, major support line could be a great buying area. Ethereum, major support line could be a great buying area. So again, the spiders or the big ones, I'm looking for support on this trend line. We need to see that for the markets to stay bullish. Okay, Qs, we have more downside unless we can rally up and build a high base. I know I already talked about this. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. Financials, what's problematic here is we're down below a trend line. We need to get above that trend line for us to be bullish in the market. So that's the recap. So with that, I'll pause. I hope the speed was good. I threw it at you. I know I just did a video not too long ago. Because of the market conditions that we are dealing with right now, I thought, you know what, let's just get another video out here. I hope you appreciate it. If so, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, leave me a comment. But here is what we're looking at going into the future. It looks like Powell's going to be reconfirmed as the Fed head, and that's all fine and dandy. But it looks like they're going to be tapering the bond purchasing, and which will drive interest rates higher. So we are going to see a tick higher on interest rates, which is needed to get inflation under control. Now, they haven't done it yet. The question is, how will the markets digest that information? That is key, and that's something we have to be watching for to see what happens and what goes on. So technical analysis is paramount. You have to be able to read the charts better than everybody else. You have to be able to do it and do it well to be able to navigate the waters, to be able to know if you should be bullish or bearish or sitting on your hands. Sitting on your hands or being in cash is a tactical position to be in. And it's okay to go flat until you see what's going on, until the odds get stacked in your favor, and then you pull the trigger to go either bullish or bearish and make money that way. So I hope this was beneficial to you. If you have any thoughts here, I'd be interesting to know that. First, let me say this. I hope everyone had a fantastic Thanksgiving. We did. This is the first time we had a Thanksgiving without our extended family. We usually are the host. Now we're here in Tampa in a smaller town home, no family in the area. Because of that, we just simply stayed home. Just our nuclear immediate family come together, my two girls, my wife, and it was fantastic. It was a great time just for us, very intimate, to get around and share what we're thankful for. So what's interesting is it reminded me of the thought that, there's people in our lives who are no longer with us. They passed on, and you just never know what gatherings you're going to be at that your loved one won't be there for the next holiday. That you just never know when the next one is. And for whatever reason, because we weren't around the normal family and friends that we are for Thanksgiving, it wasn't lost on me that, wow, when you lose somebody, grandparents, parents, siblings, whatever, have children, God forbid, when you lose them and they're no longer around the table, that's a sobering thought to have. And anyway, I'm just sharing with you a thought that I was having over Thanksgiving, and I was just thankful for the people who are in my life right now, and I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for each of you who have been with me for whatever, I don't know. Some of you have been with me a couple months, others a couple years, others a decade plus, right? And maybe you feel like you know me, and I hope I have the opportunity to know you, to get a chance to meet you. And maybe that comes by way of mentoring, and you coming into our week and letting us teach you how to trade. But anyway, certainly be thinking about investing in yourself before you start investing in the markets. If you learn anything, just learn that everyone has an opinion in the markets. The more books you read on trading, the more videos you watch on trading, the more confused you'll get, because it's not about more information. It's about the simulation of that information given to you by somebody who's actually in the markets every day, trading in the live markets. And I trade a significant amount in the markets on a day-to-day basis, a big amount of money. And so I'm both on the commercial side and on the, I've been trading live in the markets 23 years, a long time. But on the private side, I've been doing it forever, ever. And now I'm on the commercial side, institutional side as a trader. And yeah, significant amounts of money. And you can only do that if you have the confidence to be able to trade in the live markets clear-headed, right? It's about having the requisite information. It's about having the the proper skill sets, the specialized skill sets. If you have the specialized skill sets, then you should be doing what the others are doing in the markets. And so if you don't have that, it gets a little cumbersome, right? So follow us if you like this information. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, a comment. And the best thing you could possibly do for us is share the video with a friend. Always appreciative. Take care. We'll see you guys. Bye.